Well, it's with regret that I have to announce that the death of an inmate from the Rowan County Detention Center, an incident that took place yesterday afternoon. Richard James Cooley was the inmate. He came to us from Superior Court on Friday afternoon. He was sentenced on a couple older cases, firearm by felon, a DWI, and a probation violation. He was in our custody, waiting acceptance from North Carolina Department of Corrections. He would have been transferred tomorrow, actually, into their custody. About 1:30 yesterday afternoon, surveillance cameras show that Mr. Cooley jumped from the second floor mezzanine down onto the first floor of the Rowan County Detention Center, striking his head on the floor. From there, he was transported to Rowan Regional, then later transferred to Baptist Hospital in Winston-Salem, and was pronounced dead later today. The officers were present probably within a minute of the time he fell. Actually, he landed right in front of an officer. We had a nurse working who was on the scene within about 3 minutes of his injuries. So, post fact, we did what we could do to help the gentleman, but his injuries were a little more than could overcome.
Is there any indication that there were any other inmates taunting him, around him, or was this like his own situation?
At this time, our investigation, which is still ongoing, and the surveillance that we've looked at shows that it was an action initiated by himself with no other officers or inmates involved.
Sheriff, at this time, was he actually in his cell?
No, ma'am. He was out for recreation. That's a single cell facility, and those inmates are allowed out for recreation time. And he actually walked up the stairwell there in the middle of the building and stood there a couple minutes and then took action.
Did any of the jail guards have contact with him or talk to him prior to this?
Not anything that we saw on the tape. I mean, obviously he was allowed out of his cell, and that's done from where this officer is stationed that controls the doors is 20, 25 feet down the hallway where Mr. Cooley's cell was. So no interaction directly, but obviously let him out and commanded him, he could come out for his recreation time. He acted on his own free will, let's just put it at that.
Is there any type of further investigation at this point?
Oh, we'll still follow up, and we've had the district attorney look at the tape, and she's agreed that there's no need for a outside criminal investigation.